Welcome to another Vellum tutorial. Today we're going to talk about adding multiple heading backgrounds. In some books, you may wish to include different backgrounds across your elements. Maybe you want to add a custom title page, or use two different backgrounds to indicate points of view. In this video, we'll explore different ways to apply backgrounds to individual elements. In this example, a book will use one background for chapters and another for the title page. To add these backgrounds, first navigate to the Styles pane. In the style you've selected for your book, press the Configure button. Now in the list of style features on the left, select Background and Border. Press the Create Custom button and select Heading Background. Now press Create. The first heading background should apply to all chapters in the book. I want this heading background to span 2 pages, so I'll use the layout controls to make that selection. Now I'll add my artwork using the Image widget. This heading background is dark, so I'll use the Image Presence controls to reduce its opacity. Because this book will use multiple backgrounds, I'll also give it a descriptive title. Now we'll add another heading background for the title page. To do this, press the Add Background or Border button. Once again, you'll be prompted to choose what type of decoration to add. Choose Heading Background, and then press Next. Make sure In Front or Back Matter is selected, and then press Add. Now configure this background using a second image. Give this second background a descriptive name to help distinguish it from the first. With the second background configured, you can now use the button bar at the top of the editor to switch between backgrounds. To assign your new background to your title page, select the title page in Vellum's Navigator. Now use the Gear menu in the text editor. Use the Heading Background menu to select the second background. Now your title page will use one background, and all of your chapters will use another. In some cases, you may want to use multiple heading backgrounds in your chapters. For instance, if you write books featuring multiple points of view, you could use a heading background that corresponds to each character. In this example, we'll switch between 2 characters, a cowboy and a city slicker. We'll begin by creating a custom heading background for the first character. With the first background configured, press Add Background or Border to add your next background. Choose Heading Background and press Next. For this example, select Add as an alternate for chapters, and then press Add. Since you already have a background that applies to all chapters, Vellum will change your first background to apply to individual elements and assign it to each chapter element. Configure this second heading background using a second image. Be sure to give it a descriptive name to help distinguish it from the first. Now the fun part. Let's assign this second background to the appropriate chapters. First, we'll return to our book's contents. In Vellum's Navigator, select the first chapter you want to change. Now hold down the Command key and click on the other chapters to select them as well. Now let's go to the main chapter menu. Here we can use the heading background item to change the background for every selected element. And that's it. We now have heading background images for each point of view. Congratulations! You now know how to apply heading backgrounds to individual elements. If you have questions, feel free to contact us at Vellum Support. The best way to do that is to go to the main Help menu and select Contact Vellum Support.